Hey everybody, it's Sarah, and I am back with another Shake It Sunday. Today I'm going to do a really quick 6x8 little insert that I'm going to put into my week 24, and I'm just showing you all the stuff I've got. I'm still using up a lot of my Fancy Free. I've still got some scraps left from Basic Gray Saturday morning, and here you can see I'm just sticking on a couple little strips that I've got left over. I'm trying to use up all my scraps. I've got my big Easy Runner Grand there that I absolutely love and I'm using all the time now. I'm just totally addicted. And I'm going to throw that through my sewing machine just to add a little bit of sewing elements because let's face it, it wouldn't be one of my layouts unless it had some sewing on it. And then I'm going to grab those. I've still got a bunch of those Felicity stickers left over. And even though I'm trying to do more of a masculine layout, a little bit of pink on it isn't all that bad. But I did try to stick with like the blues and the teals and the lime greens. There, I've got what I've got left of my Magical Ocean sequins. And I threw that into a 3x4 pocket. And I'm going to sew that up with my sewing machine. You could also use your fuse tool there, but I love using sewing on all my layouts. And I actually did a really good job sewing there. It was pretty even. I was pretty proud of myself. And now when I do inserts like this, I always stick my front and back together. I don't know why. It just makes me happy. Now I'm going to work on embellishing a little bit. I've got those Cloudy Days felty clouds, and I don't think I actually end up using any of those, but I do use a bunch of those gorgeous chunky cork hearts. I love those, and using my Tombow Mono multi-adhesive works really great, even though I'm desperately running out, and you're going to watch me fight with that bottle a little bit. I definitely need to run to go get some more of that. And I'm working with some more of that chipboard left over from Fancy Free. I've still got a few pieces of that left. And I grabbed my Becky Higgins roller date stamper to try to decide what date my husband and his brother went fishing on. I decided it must have been about June 4th that they went. My husband actually broke part of his prop that day, so I did take a picture because I wanted to document that. Kind of a sad day. I think my kids were fighting in the background now when I went to go referee a little bit. Yep, now I'm back. And there's my new scissors that I just got. And I'm just trying to figure out where I want to stamp that date on, where is going to look best on that. So I grab a piece of the kind of watercolor tealish paper, and I cut that down to 3x4, and I adhere it onto the back there because I decided I'm going to make a nice little filler card on the back of that picture. And you're going to see me make a big, massive mistake on here too, so you can get a good chuckle out of that. There, I'm using a piece of the actual chipboard from Fancy Free. And it says high five, and I'm embellishing with some gems and some enamel dots and one of those gorgeous, chunky cork hearts. And I call that done. And now I'm going to make a filler card because I want to use up that layered tag embellishment that came in the Fancy Free layered embellishment kit. I think I'm going to use yellow, and then I decide no. I'm going to go with some more of that gorgeous polka dot. So I cut a 3x3 piece of that, adhere it on with my Easy Runner Grand. And then I need a little bit of bling because I've got bling on the other side, so I think that I need to tuck a little bling in there. And I love to make these what I call Franken cards, which are 3x4 filler cards that I basically make myself. And I'm going to cut like a 1/2 inch by 3-inch strip, 2 of those out of glitter silver cardstock. And then I'm going to tuck them behind the layers there. That Easy Runner Grand, the adhesive is so nice and sticky, yet just a little bit of forgiveness to kind of wiggle stuff around. And then I also adhere it on with my sewing machine just to give it another little element of stitching. And I cut my little threads off, and I decide that I'm going to layer one of the medium white shipping tags on there because I need a little bit of white kind of blank space in the background because that card's a little busy. I get a little bit of twine from the Twinery. It is a white and silver. And I just layered those 2 tags on top of each other and stick that guy down. And I'm going to grab another chunky cork star. And I stick that on kind of underneath to give it a little bit of dimension. Then I go for my trusty gems and enamel dots again. And you're going to see the mistake in about a second here. Oh boy, I just sewed through the back side of that picture because I got too quick to adhere that down. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to cover it up. We're going to roll with it. I got out my Heidi Shine, and I had this leftover filler card from Jilly Bean Soup, Healthy Hello. I gave her a good healthy splatter of that white Heidi Shine. and I'm going to let that dry and just move on with my day because we all make mistakes. So I'm going to finish embellishing that title card that I titled Best Ever, and then I'm going to add some kind of old Webster's Pages little like alpha stickers that I used to use all the time and kind of don't anymore, but I had some in kind of a reddish pink that matched. So I decided to go for it. So I hollered at my husband, made sure that that date was right. I stamped on that June 4th, and then I hollered down at him and asked him where he went fishing at, because I thought they were fishing one of the pools in the Mississippi River, but they weren't. He was fishing at a lake with a really long name. And then he was peeking over me and he goes, "You spelled fishing wrong." So oh my goodness. So I peeled off the stickers that were spelled incorrectly, and I got fishing trip on there correctly. Thank goodness. So I'm to the point where I can finally tuck a lot of this stuff into my pockets. I'm just covering up that sad broken propeller anyhow. And I'm going to finish up with some more of my beloved Kaisercraft gems and some of the leftover enamel dots that I had. I'm going to very carefully tuck that super thick embellished card, which, let's face it, it's not a Sarah card unless it's thick and embellished, into the pocket, and then I'm going to call it done. At the end here, you're going to get some close-ups, and don't forget to look at the blog post that's going to go along with this. I'll have some links at the end. So thank you so much, ladies.